The bell above the bakery door rang softly as the man stepped inside. His clothes were worn, his shoes dusty, and his shoulders sagged with exhaustion. It was clear he didn't belong in a place filled with crystal displays, golden chandeliers, and cakes that cost more than his weekly wages. He paused for a moment, swallowing his pride, before walking up to the counter. In a voice barely louder than a whisper, he asked, "Do you have an expired cake for my daughter?" Time seemed to stop. The laughter of customers faded. A woman holding an expensive pastry frowned. A staff member exchanged an awkward glance with another. Whispers rippled through the room, judgment disguised as curiosity. Some assumed he was begging. Others wondered how a man like him dared to step into such a luxurious bakery. The father lowered his eyes, his hands trembling slightly as he gripped the edge of the counter. "It's her birthday today," he added softly. "She doesn't know the difference. She just wants to blow out a candle." Behind the glass wall of the office, the bakery's owner, a self-made millionaire, had heard everything. He froze mid-step. In all his years of success, no business meeting or profit report had ever struck him like those words. He watched the man carefully, noticing the shame he carried, the love he tried to protect, and the quiet dignity in his voice. This wasn't a man looking for pity. This was a father fighting to give his child one small moment of happiness. Something shifted in the millionaire's chest. For the first time in a long while, the numbers in his bank account felt meaningless compared to the weight of that simple request. As the room remained silent, he realized he wasn't just witnessing a moment of poverty. He was standing at the edge of a decision that could change lives forever. The millionaire didn't rush to the counter. He stayed where he was, watching quietly, choosing silence over sympathy. Years of business had taught him that words were easy, but character revealed itself in the smallest moments. This, he felt, was one of those moments. A staff member hesitated, unsure how to respond. The father sensed the tension and quickly raised his hands. "I'm not asking for charity," he said gently. "If there's something you are going to throw away, I can pay a little for it." His voice didn't shake with desperation, only with care. "My daughter thinks any cake is special." The millionaire leaned forward, listening closely. He expected exaggeration, tears, maybe a lie to gain sympathy, but none came. The man spoke plainly. He explained how he worked extra hours, how rent had swallowed his savings, how medicine for his child had come before anything else. He didn't blame anyone. He didn't curse his fate. He simply told the truth. Customers nearby waited for the performance to escalate, for the father to beg. Instead, the man stood straight, even when the whispers continued. His pride was bruised, but not broken. Every sentence he spoke was centered on his daughter, how she had been counting days for her birthday, how she planned to invite her toys to the celebration, how a single candle would make her eyes light up. The millionaire felt the test answering itself. This wasn't a man trying to take advantage. This was honesty wrapped in humility. He realized that true dignity didn't come from wealth or status. It came from knowing who you are, even when the world looks down on you. At that moment, the millionaire knew the outcome of this silent test. And it wasn't the father who was being judged anymore. Just as the silence grew heavier, the father spoke again. This time even softer, as if the words belonged only to him. "She told me," he said, forcing a small smile, "that even a tiny cake is fine. She said, 'Baba, I just want you to sing for me.'" The room felt different after that. The judgment in the air faded, replaced by an uncomfortable stillness. The millionaire's breath caught. He had bought his own children towering cakes, extravagant parties, and expensive gifts. But how often had he truly been present? How often had he sung instead of signing checks? The father continued, unaware of the storm he was creating. "She believes birthdays are magic," he said. "She thinks wishes come true if you smile hard enough." His eyes glistened, but he didn't wipe them away. "I don't want her to learn about disappointment yet. The world will teach her soon enough." That was the moment. Something broke and healed inside the billionaire. He stepped out from behind the glass, his footsteps echoing across the marble floor. Every eye turned toward him. Without a word, he ordered his staff to bring out the finest cake in the shop. Fresh, perfect, decorated with care. Then he added candles, balloons, and a small gift wrapped in gold paper. He placed the box gently in the father's hands. "This," he said quietly, "is not charity. It's a birthday." Tears streamed down the father's face as he tried to speak. The millionaire shook his head. True wealth, he realized, watching the man hold the cake like treasure, is not what you own, but what you give when it matters most. That single decision didn't just change a birthday. It changed 2 lives and reminded everyone in the room what being rich truly means.